Hi, welcome to High Point Music Gear Reviews. I'm Lewis, and today I'm going to take you through the Boss OD3 OverDrive. So the OD3 OverDrive pedal is a low to medium gain pedal from Boss. So people that want to look for some smooth overdrive tones, people who want to kind of increase the dynamic range of their playing might find this pedal really useful. It's also great as a boost. It doesn't get super clean, but you could use it to push another distortion pedal or a slightly distorted amp, or you could use it to boost an already distorted signal. So if you're playing some country, rock, some alternative stuff, it's probably a pretty easy choice. And then other guitarists might find that it'll differ depending on their other setup, but it's a pretty smooth overdrive pedal. So we'll get into it and see what it can do. So today I'm playing my trusty Fender Stratocaster. We're connected to the input of the OD3. The output of the OD3 goes into our 2-note clean that's acting as our amplifier in the room, and of course I'm running it off a daisy chain. So this is my clean tone, some bridge pickup, and some neck, and let's turn the overdrive on and show you what it does. So the OD3's got a few simple controls on the front panel. We've got our level control that controls the overall volume of the pedal, the drive control, which is our gain setting, and the tone control. The tone control is our typical bass and treble filter. At center position, it filters out a little bit of bass and a little bit of treble. And obviously the treble increases as you turn it clockwise, and the bass increases as you turn it anti-clockwise. The pedal itself is reasonably bright. It doesn't cut a lot of bass out when you turn it up, so I mostly use it to just rein in the top end of the guitar frequencies, and I usually do that using the bridge pickup first and then kind of make smaller adjustments going to the neck. So I'll start off with the low gain range and show you what it can do there. We'll set the tone about center and the gain right down and go from there. So it's got still a little bit of overdrive going on there. You can really hear the brightness popping through in the bridge pickup. It's still reacting a little bit to the gain. The gain is reacting to the dynamics of the playing a little bit there. A little bit more distortion will bring that up a bit more. So we'll push it a bit harder, so you can hear it. So about 9 o'clock. A little more. Getting just a little bit crunchy enough now. You can hear the articulation, the palm muting. A little more gain. Sustain is getting a bit longer there as well. It's about 230 or something. That crunch tone is really starting to push through, and you're getting a little bit bassier now. Show a little bit tone change. Push that forward a bit. So even in the bridge pickup, even in the neck pickup there, you can hear that there's still a lot of clarity to the notes. The brightness of the pedal cuts through reasonably well, and it's still responding pretty well to the palm muting. The bass isn't getting too flabby or anything like that. So we'll go to the max setting, and then I'll take you through some tone options. Play so you can hear it. So almost very similar to what we were doing before. Tweak the tone knob a bit. A little bit higher. It's getting a little bit toppy there on the bridge pickup, but in neck position. Even with the tone control cranked, it's not too over the top, it's not too brittle or sharp sounding per se. So I'll just start backing that tone knob back off on the neck, and you can hear the difference there. Straight away, once it drops past 12 o'clock there, you can hear that treble really cutting down. Still a little bit bright on the bridge, so we'll pull that back a bit further. That's probably all the way off. It is. So you can hear that the tone control, while it has a reasonably good sweep to it, you'll find that brighter settings are maybe too much on the bridge and darker settings are too much on the neck, but it definitely works between pickup changes. So you just have to work that until you find the sweet spot, and work the gain obviously until you find the sweet spot itself. So in a high gain setting or in a maximum gain setting, I always start about 12, and then depending on the amp, I'll brighten it up or darken it up depending on also on which pickup I'm using. On the neck again, probably go a little bit higher than that. So I'd probably use that as a higher gain setting. The treble's not too bright on my bridge pickup, so when I'm doing that kind of arpeggiated picking sounds, it's not too sharp on the ears, and the neck is not too sharp on the ears either, but you can still hear the notes coming through. So we'll try a half gain setting, a little bit more volume to compensate for that change. A little bit dull maybe sounding, so push it up a bit higher. So again, I think as I'm going to find in most of these settings, the tone control a little bit higher on the neck pickup if you use a lot of neck pickup, and the tone control backed off a bit if you're using more bridge. But around that sort of 12 or 11 to 2-ish kind of range is going to work for most people, at least as a single pedal setup. And then we'll come back to about 9. So you can still hear that there's quite a bit of dynamic range there. And obviously if you work your volume on your guitar a little bit more, you'll get a little bit more lower gain sounds when the pedal is in its minimum position. And if you've got the gain turned all the way up, obviously that gives you some range that you can control here rather than jumping down and changing it on the pedal. So again, the Boss OverDrive, it's a fairly smooth responding pedal. It is a mild overdrive. It doesn't get totally clean when you turn the gain all the way down. But using it in combination with other pedals and the volume control on your guitar, you're going to be able to clean that up and manipulate that quite a bit. So it's a pretty good first pedal as an overdrive. If you're interested in checking a Boss OD3 out, we'll have the links below for you to do so. Don't forget to check out our members area and give our social media a like, a follow, subscribe if you like what you see there. And happy guitaring. I'll see you next week.